Hello everyone. So today I'm going to return to doing my reviews of The Economist. This was a series I did and I stopped because I just got busy and everything like that, but I'm bringing it back now because I have students. I'm also changing the way I did things because The Economist is a big publication, takes a long time to read, so I'm pretty much just reading the regional stuff and going into the best of the goods here. So let's get right into it and what's relevant to the United States. So Trump denies climate change and is making the EPA's job nearly impossible. Now, I actually believe in climate change. The evidence, if you will, is overwhelming. I had a professor who did nothing really but study atmospherics. It's changing at an exponential rate. So I don't know what our plan is or anything like that. The only thing maybe neutral I can see about this is, him saying climate change isn't real and suspending action. No action was happening in the first place, unfortunately. That's the problem. Measles are actually making a comeback because people are refusing to get vaccinated. And all I have to say is, you might die because you're stupid. Seriously though, there's a nasty political aspect to this and a religious one as well. RFK Jr. wants to mandate religious exemptions, and it's a fact that there's a correlation in that if you have the religious exemptions, the amount of measles goes up. And we need what's called herd immunity. Several counties in several states are below herd immunity, and people are getting infected by this. Now, there's a religious component to it, and I got to admit, I really don't get that. I guess maybe it could be a mark of the beast issue or something like that, but it seems to me to be very, very flimsy. Union jacking off. Of course, I had to hop across the pond and say something about the artist formerly known as Prince Andrew. So he's embarked in scandal, and it's very interesting because even before the death of the Queen, who was around for several decades, I want to say Queen Elizabeth, there have been movements to dismantle the monarchy. Many people think, and rightfully so, that, it's a throwback to politically incorrect times, colonization, and everything like that. A lot of wealth is lavished on the royal family, obviously. Also, too, this is not the only scandal. There was the whole Harry and Meghan debacle that happened. So, the house is on fire, of course. This is the royal family we're talking about. The house has been on fire quite a bit. I mean, it's hundreds of years of history, more than hundreds probably if you count various lineages and whatnot, but the current lineage is definitely, I think, something like over 200 years old or something like that. So it's a thing. And next we're going to go to Saudi Arabia. So Saudi Arabia has recently become militarily very active. Mainly their opponent is going to be the United Arab Emirates in what's kind of going to be known as proxy fights. And these are where powers may not directly interfere, but they use other powers to push their agenda. And here what you're going to see is, of course, action in Yemen and action in Sudan. For those of you who don't know, Sudan's destabilizing force right now is the Rapid Support Forces, and that's basically paramilitary units made up of the tribal armies. And they were funded by the United Arab Emirates. Of course, the UAE denies all of this. And there's the Saudi Arabia has, or the kingdom as it's sometimes known, has the largest military and a big budget. Now, in The Economist, they note something about the United Arab Emirates, and I really don't know if this is true. They say that although the United Arab Emirates does not have a military near the size of Saudi Arabia, that it has a better military, but they don't go into what they mean by better. So I don't know how that's going to go, but yeah, they've actually took into action, blown up some Yemen shipments and stuff like that, and have definitely gone after the rapid support forces. And that leads us to maybe a palate cleanser, something that's kind of, I find funny, or at least cool. Food delivery robots. This is becoming a thing. I've actually seen a few of these around, but it's pretty funny stuff. There's actually thousands in operations. They're not really that much here in Michigan. Probably maybe has to do with our seasons or something that, or maybe our inclement weather. But they have actually been attacked. You know, anytime there's a new technology, somebody's going to fight against it. They're facing backlash from people who are, you know, scared of the next big thing. And, you know, sometimes aspects of the future definitely scare me. You know, I found out that there's a report that something like 1 in 3 people in the UK have turned to AI at one point or another for emotional support. How the hell do you get that from artificial intelligence? That's going to be bad, man. But either way, I at least think they look cool. So that's about all I have, and thank you.